Imagine two identical donations. One person gives money quietly, out of a simple sense of duty. Another gives the exact same amount, but does it reluctantly, making sure the cameras are rolling to capture their generosity. Structurally, the act is identical, but morally, are they the same? This problem opens chapter 17 of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna presents his mentor, Krishna, with a practical dilemma. What is the spiritual status of someone who acts with sincere faith, but ignores the formal rules of Scripture? Krishna's response shifts the analytical framework from institutional compliance to internal motivation. He explains that spiritual validity isn't found in ritual codes, but in Shraddha, an individual's intrinsic psycho-spiritual constitution. External actions are effectively empty until you analyze the psychological intent driving them. In the logic of the Gita, we are exactly what our faith makes us. This is a map of the gunas, or the modes of material nature. These function like software running in the background of human consciousness, dictating every choice and every intent. The first mode is Sattva. This is the state of goodness and illumination. When the person is driven by Sattva, their actions are pure, selfless, and oriented toward universal well-being. The second mode is Rajas. This is the state of passion and ego. A person driven by Rajas operates out of ambition, a craving for material gain, and a desire for social dominance. Finally, there is Tamas. This is the mode of ignorance and delusion. Intent rooted in Tamas leads to irrationality, destructive habits, and inertia. We don't need a brain scan to determine which mode is dominating a person's mind. We only need to run an empirical diagnostic on their everyday habits. Consider diet. A preference for wholesome, clarifying foods that promote longevity points to Sattva. A craving for excessively bitter, salty, or burning foods indicates Rajas. And a habit of consuming stale or putrid foods reveals an underlying state of Tamas. Self-discipline works the same way. Austerity aimed at inner tranquility is Sattvic, but if someone undergoes discipline for the sake of public honor, that intent is Rajasic. If it involves foolish self-torture or harming others, it is Tamasic. Even charity serves as a moral metric. Giving unconditionally to a worthy recipient at the right time is an act of Sattva. Giving reluctantly or specifically to gain future favors is Rajas, and giving disrespectfully or to unworthy causes lands it in Tamas. Whether eating, exercising, or donating, the physical action remains the same. Its elemental nature changes entirely based on the psychological engine driving it. In practice, human endeavors are rarely perfectly sattvic. Most of our everyday actions are tainted by at least a subtle degree of ego, ambition, or laziness. If intent is the ultimate determinant of value, this creates a problem. Are our flawed, everyday actions doomed to be spiritually void? Krishna defines such faithless actions as asat, meaning they are unreal and lack substance. To address this, the text introduces a theological formula, Om Tat Sat. It acts as a mechanism to debug flawed human action and sanctify it. This sequence breaks the formula down into 3 phases. Invoking Om aligns the practitioner with universal consciousness. Tat represents the surrender of the ego's claim to a reward. And Sat locks the action to moral truth, rectifying procedural or psychological flaws. The Gita does not demand mechanical perfection. Spiritual evolution is presented as a lifestyle of refinement, where consciously auditing our daily habits and surrendering our ego converts ordinary actions into a vehicle for liberation.